Okay, let's have a look at assignment 2 for year 10, holiday loading and budgets. The first page starts off asking a few questions about percentages and then questions about salary and weekly wages and so on. Okay, question 1, find the value of each percentage. Okay, whenever we're looking at percentages, one easy way to go about it is to just divide by 100. So here we've got 16.5% of $250, or 16.5, let's say, divided by 100 of becomes times $250. Okay, so just put that into the calculator. 16.5 divided by 100 equals 0.165 times by $250 equals times 250 equals 41.25 or $41.25. So that's the first one. B is 200% of $5.75. Okay, so B 200% is just going to be 2 times by $5.75 equals 2 times 5.75 equals 11.5, which becomes $11.50. C, 26.5% of $7,500, so 26.5 divided by 100 equals, let's have a look, cancel, 26.5 divided by 100 equals 0.265. So we've got 0.265 times by 7,500 equals, so times 7,500 equals, just move these over, $1,987.50. And B is 15% of 1,000. So I'll leave D for you to do. Okay, now question 2 on page 1. We've got Amelia is a first year teacher and is on a salary of $67,298 per annum. PA means per annum, which just means per year. Okay. Okay, so PA is per annum, so not strictly per year, but it's just the same thing, per year. Find her weekly salary. So, her weekly salary will be her yearly salary, down A, $67,298 per year. Weekly salary, so it's 52 weeks in the year, divided by 52 equals, let's have a look, cancel, 67298 divided by 52 equals $1,294.1923. So I'm just going to round that back to 0.19 or 19 cents. I'll leave that in the calculator though. Okay, so then we've got B. Find her pay for 4 weeks. So this times by 4 will just be what I've got in the calculator. So it's 1294.1923 times by 4 equals, times 4 equals $5,176.77. We're going to round it up to 77 cents. So find her holiday loading. In other words, find 17.5% of 4 weeks' pay. So we just multiply the answer to B. So see, I'm not going to do the whole thing for you. What you do is multiply 17.5%. So we know how to multiply by percentage now. Times by $5,176.77. And find what that comes to. Okay, and then D, I'll put D up here. Find her holiday pay. So her 4 weeks pay, which is $5,176.77, plus holiday loading, which is 17.5% of this amount here, the same amount. So we find the 17.5% of that. We just add the two figures together. Pretty much tells you there. So I'll leave that for you to do. That's page 1 of assignment 2 for year 10. Now, holiday loading, just very briefly, it's something that came up in the 1970s in Australia for the first time, and people who work in factories and things like that, they would pick up overtime during the week. So let's say they worked an 8-hour day. If they stayed back for an extra 2 hours per day, which is voluntary, then they would get 1.5 times the hourly rate. So basically, if they stayed back for 2 hours, they would get 3 hours worth of pay. And this started, and the reason that they got started holiday loading is because when the holidays came around, of course, people weren't doing overtime. They just got paid their flat rate. So the idea was, let's find a way to compensate for that. Now holiday loading is sort of expanded to cover a lot of different kinds of jobs where perhaps you don't actually do overtime anyway, but it's just brought in as an extra condition. So yeah, that should get you through that first page. Thank you.